Good morning, everyone. Namaste. I'm going to call in Archangel Michael to cleanse this space of all negative and lower vibrations from our mind, body, and soul, home, and hearts, placing the white light of protection on us with his blue seal, as well as I want to call in Nikola Tesla, because we are going to be reading more out of my Inventions, the autobiography of Nikola Tesla, and I love learning about him. And we currently are still we're on the part 3, my later endeavors, discovery of rotating magnetic fields. It says, in the second year at the institution, I became obsessed with the idea of producing continuous motion through steady air pressure. And I want to state, I just heard a message from the Galactic Federation stating that Nikola Tesla was a Arcturian previously before coming into this life. So it made a lot of sense to me. I myself am Arcturian, amongst other things, but it makes sense why he was way before his time and was bringing that so that we can start to utilize it here on Earth. So it states, the pump incident of which I have told you had afire my youthful imagination, impressed me with the boundless possibilities of a vacuum. I grew frantic in my desire to harness this inexhaustible energy for a long time. I was groping in the dark. Finally, however, my endeavors crystallized into an invention which was to enable me to achieve no other mortal ever attempted. Imagine a cylinder freely rotatable on two bearings, partly surrounded by a rectangular trough which fits perfectly in it. The open side of the trough is closed by a partition so that the cylindrical segment with the enclosed divided the later of the two compartments, entirely separated by each other by the airtight sliding joints. So it states, mechanical flight was the one thing I wanted to accomplish, although still under the discouraging recollection of a bad fall that I sustained by jumping with an umbrella into the air to a distant region, but could not understand just how I imagined to do it. Now I had some concrete flying machine with nothing more than a rotating shaft, flapping wings, and a vacuum of unlimited power. From that time on, I made a daily aerial excursion of the vehicle of comfort and luxury as might have been befitted King Solomon. It took years before I understood that the atmospheric pressure acted at right angles, before I understood that slightly rotatory efforts I observed were due to a leak. Though this knowledge came gradually, it gave me a painful shock. It hardly completed my course at the real gymnasium when I was prostrated with a dangerous illness, or rather a score of them. My condition became so desperate that I was given up by physicians. During this period, I was permitted to read constantly, obtaining books from the public library, which had been neglected and entrusted to me for classification of the works, preparation of the catalogs. One day, I was handed a few volumes of new literature unlike anything else I had ever read before. It was so captivating to me, I utterly forgot my hopeless state that he was in. He was sick. They were earlier works Mark Twain. To them might have been due to the miraculous recovery which followed. 25 years later, when I met Mr. Clements, we formed a friendship between us. I told him the experience, and I was amazed to see that the great man of laughter burst into tears. Let's see if I should read more. Let's just leave it at that. This is a lot of information to indulge in, but what I really want to that's why maybe I don't know why. Again, they continue to want me to read, and I have this notion to continue to want to read. So he obviously is somebody that really liked to read as well. He talks about it throughout this entire book, about how his father would try and make him stop reading at night. He just was always interested in reading and reading more. So we'll see what he has to say, and I love you all, and I hope you have a blessed day, and namaste.